One of the reasons why we discuss the details of a project is because everything costs something, and we want to be good stewards of what God has shared with us. A steward takes care of someone else's property. So, by thinking of ourselves as stewards, we're saying that our church grounds belong to God. In that case, we'd better take care of them in a way that brings our owner glory. A helpful way to begin thinking about how we can do this well is to consider our community. Surely all of this isn't just for us, and surely all of this isn't just to be used once or twice a week. How can all of us and our community enjoy God's property? And how can that enjoyment help us live out our purpose? We get to tell the truth about God, walk through life together, and love our neighbors deeply. How can being a good steward of God's property help us tell, walk, and love in more intentional ways that both strengthens our faith and develops relationships with our neighbors that can lead them to Jesus? Let's take a look. I want to introduce you to a space that you may not know. To be honest, it wasn't until maybe a month ago that I actually came back here and saw what was here. And what was here a month ago was a lot of brush, a lot of overgrown stuff, a lot of weeds, vines, etc. There's still some that need to be cleaned up, but thank you to the person who was able to work hard at clearing what has been cleared. It's an incredible space now, and I want to walk you through a bit of it. Raise your eyes with me. You will see how beautiful it is that the sun gets to peek through, and yet there's still a ton of shade here. And this is a space that would be amazing as a garden, specifically a prayer garden. A space that people can come to, you and I and anyone else, to pray, even to talk with a friend after a worship service or in the middle of a day. A place our neighbors can come to because it'll be available to them too. This is one way of making our community more accessible. There's a little magnolia. There are all these oaks that have been here forever, but the ground around these oaks is fertile and has enough space for things to be planted. We want to work on our playground, not necessarily expanding the equipment, but we actually need to put in a proper rubber flooring. The kids, when they stand, when they fall, whatever, they experience more of a cushioning. When we see a playground, we think of children, and we think of them occupying this space on any given day. We'd love to improve this space, and we already have members working on it. Part of the problem is, though, we've got these beautiful trees with really beautiful and cumbersome roots. But we definitely want to work on our basketball court, including the goal. Right now, even though the pandemic continues to limit how we interact, we've definitely experienced the blessings of our outdoor space. Our drive-in worship services have allowed us to see each other in the flesh. Nothing compares to that. While we don't know what all of the long-term effects of limited contact will be, we do know that it has already shifted how we think about evangelism. In order to help others connect to Jesus, we have to make our church more easily accessible. The last few months have forced us to grow our online presence. Our outdoor presence is also patiently waiting for more of our attention. The community is ready to engage our spaces. Our next steps are to believe these projects are valuable, pray for God's guidance, and courageously work together to figure out the details. Are you ready? Let's do this.